Hi everybody, here's another video sharing a project that I've done in Excel. This is a tool for learning a language. Okay, if we look here, we've got row 1, come down here, row 10,281. So this is a pretty large database and it gets unwieldy. Okay, what language? Well, it's the same if you saw one of the other videos. This is the language Mappa from Guerrero, Mexico. Okay, we're going to listen to the word for snake, in Spanish culebra, and Mappa, abo.
Abo.
So with this amount of data, and not just 10,000 rows, but we've got coming up on 52 columns. Okay, we've got a lot of data to manage, and so we need a way to study. And so the main way to do that is with the quiz. So to start our quiz, that's the main feature of this program, Control-Shift-Q. We're going to skip all these utilities. And okay, so bebe tu, this is you drink. We got a picture to help imprint that in our brain. And here we have our options. Okay, we can listen to them all.
Ika agin. Ika ayuino. Ike no yesi. Ike shuma.
Okay, I think this is the correct one. And there we go. Okay. This is to listen to the original recording. We normally ask to say it 3 times. That helps to imprint it in our brain. When we click here, we can pull up Praat. Praat is software for analyzing language. Mappa is a tonal language, which is difficult for an English speaker. We don't have tone. What these blue lines represent is pitch, and there's a correlation between that and tone, so that helps us to think about how to correctly write the words. One thing I need to mention, the tool for connecting Excel and launching Praat and bringing all the data, I wrote none of that. Everything else I wrote, but this specific tool is wholly by others, and I really appreciate it. Okay, this next item here is to edit. Okay, this isn't a concern if you're studying Spanish or Chinese or German, a language that's been written for several hundred years and has a very defined orthography. You're not proposing any new spellings, or you're not hearing a word in a different way and wondering if it should be written in a different way. But for some of the understudied languages in the world where the orthography is still being defined, as linguists we can give input, suggestions about how the community might consider writing a word. Okay, so even as we're studying, we're listening to it, we can go and edit it and change the spelling in our own personal database and then save that change. Okay, this last button is for the paradigm, and so a lot of times it's helpful not just to learn you drink. Well, here it's a command, drink. But let's say we wanted to learn you drink. We'd also want to learn I drink, he drinks, they drink, we drink in a set, what we'd call a paradigm. Okay, so now we've got our 7 forms. I drink, you drink. We can listen to it. Okay, same thing. We can launch Praat. We can edit it. Okay, but we can practice that set. And start to get comfortable by listening to it over and over again in a set. So we can go back to our quiz. We can hit next. Okay, so here's a filtered set. So when you've got 10,000 words to study, you need to break it down. Okay, so here's a bunch of categories. Who spoke it? If you want to work on a set by one speaker, a learning unit where we've organized information in a way we want to go about studying it. Maybe we want to focus on verbs, but we just want to focus on S1, which that's me, I. So focus on a certain subject. Okay, we can change things like polarity, tense, mood, all these different things to focus on a certain thing. So let's see if we can make this work. And let's find the nouns. Okay, so we have sustantivos, and where's that? Here you go. Okay, do a cross count, see if that's working correctly. So it's going to go through and make sure that Yep, 690, that sounds good. That's a good set to work with. Okay, so let's just go to the next one. And, okay, su agua, his or her water. Okay, yoika.
Yoika.
So if I was studying, I would listen to it, and then I would listen to it and listen to it. Maybe I'd pull up Praat if I wanted to look at, use some software to analyze it, and then I could edit it. Okay, I can also pull up this one in its paradigm. Okay, this is water. This is my water, or my water of me, your water of you, all the way down. Okay, so those are the two main tools that this has. We've got a paradigm tool. Okay, so let's actually look at one more thing here. So we can look at go as spoken by our friend Emiliano. Look at this, what we call a set of 46. And so now we have I go, you go, all the way down to they go. But we have it in what's called imperfective, perfective, and irrealis, which is somewhat similar but not quite to present, past, and future. And then in Matpa they have to negate things. They don't have a separate word like no. Well, they do, but additionally they can just change the front of the verb, put a prefix on it, and so this whole set is the negation of this whole set. And then if we slide over, we've got our imperatives. Okay, so again, it's good to study this whole thing as a set and start to see some patterns. Sometimes it's conscious, sometimes you just start to absorb them. But this is the paradigm tool, and then this is the quiz tool. Those are the two main tools in this program. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video, if you've made it this far, and if you got any comments, please put them below. Thanks.